Friends, in this video we want to take a look at packet tracer 527, configure and modify a standard IPv4 access list. As you know, we have two categories for access lists in packet tracer: standard and extended. Standards to block used to block traffic and block hosts and subnets, but in extended, besides to filter traffic and filter host and filter subnets, you can also block access to any ports or any specific protocol like ICMP, like SSH, like Telnet. And also we have two categories for standard access list. We have two forms for configuration. We can create a standard number or a standard name. And in this scenario and in this activity, first we should verify connectivity between all of the PCs here. For example, PCA should ping PCC and PCD. This is PCA. Go here and right here ping PCC. This is PCC IP address. You can, yes. And what about PCD? Also yes. And from router 1, ping PCC and PCD. This is router 1. Excuse me, under CLI. Enable and ping PCC and PCD. This is PCC. Yes, and also PCD. You can see here 5 of 5 is true. Yes, they can ping. And also PCC can ping PCA. Yes, and PCP. And what about PCB? Yes, also it's true. And from R3 under CLI, ping 192.168 dot should be PCA 10.3 and also PCB. Yes, also is true. Yeah, true. Call off can all of the PCs pings the server? Yes, for example, this one is only a waste of time because we know about that, but we should do that. This is IP address of web server dot 200.254. Can get access or not? Yes, we can get from PCD, PCA, all of them can ping each other. And first, we should configure numbered standard access lists. Yes. In this scenario, you should configure ACL on R3. Okay. But standard access lists filter traffic based on the source IP address only. a typically best practice for a standard access list is to configure and apply the access list as close to the destination as possible. This is for standard name number standard access list near to the destination as possible. For the first access list in this activity, create a standard number access list that allows traffic from all hosts on the 192.168.10.0/24 network and all hosts on the 192.168.20/24 network to access all hosts on the 192.168.30 network. The security policy also states then that an explicit deny any access control entry, also referred to an access list statement, should be present at the end of access list. What wildcard mask would you use to allow all hosts on /24 network to access? This is 00020 because you should subtract 255, 255, 255, 255 from /24 is 255, 255, 255, 0. Yes. And following Cisco recommends best practice, on which router would you place this ACL? It should be on R3. And on which interface would you place this ACL in what direction? It should be on G000 and it's outbound. First, we should configure ACL on R3. Use 1 for the access list number. We should go to router 1 here, router 3 here, and in configure terminal, you should write access list. Number should be 1, and this is only message or comment. This is used for, we can copy this command. This is up to you. Which command do you want to write for access is 1? This is only for your information and maybe your colleagues' information. If you come back and look at this access list, this is allow R1 LAN access, and access list 1 permit which interface, which IP address. This is from here. We should permit 10.0. And what is called wildcard mask. And also we have 24. Yes, you can see here. We should allow this traffic and this traffic. We have 2 subnets, 2 access to 30. This direction. 192 is 168, 30. This is this direction, and it should be on outbound because this is destination. And check this note here. It should be applied to. It should apply to close to the destination. Okay, please check the notes here. And after that, first you should permit any host or any subnet, and after that you should write here, please deny any. Rest of them should be denied. Only these 2 network can get access to PC3. Only PC-A and PC-B can get access to PC-C. And other thing, you should go here and say which interface. This should be interface G00. This interface that's connected to PCC, and it should access IP access list, IP access group. Which group? Group 1 that we write here, and it should be enabled on outbound, because if you set it in inbound, we cannot use it, and it should not be sociable and compatible. Yes, and also we should verify access list. You can write here to show access list, or maybe here show show access list. Yes, show access list 1, for example. You can see which command that you have configured. Yes, and what command you use to see where the access list was applied and in which direction. You can write here show IP interface G00. You can see this is outgoing and on access list number 1. Inbound is not set. Okay, and this is the result of this. Also to see access list 1 in its entirety with all ACs, which command would you use? Show accesses and also show run. You can see this is also here. And on R3, issue the show accesses 1. We have done it, and also on R3 we should use G001. That we have also done it. Test the access list to see if allowed traffic from 192.168.10/24 network to access to 30 network. Okay, we should ping this IP address, for example, in this network from yes. Can we get access? It works. This is successful, and also test ACL to see if it allows traffic from also 20 network. We should go here and write command prompt and ping. Also, this network can get access to PCC and can ping and get communication from PCC. But should ping from PCD to PCC successful? No. Ping from PCD to PCC. Okay. Go here and you try to ping. It's unreachable. Okay. Because we have created and we have enabled access list. Only PCA and PCB can access to PCC. And from router 1 prompt ping PCC's IP address. It enable mode, you can write yes, you cannot. From router 1. Yes, we cannot ping PCC because we have other network here. And issue show access list 1 command again, not that the command output display. Okay, also we should use in PC is in R3. You should write here again show accesses, and you can see how many matches that we have here. 14 for different command here. Yes. And in other step, we should use named standard instead of number standard. And in this situation, create a name standard access list. Allow traffic from all hosts on 40 here, Office 2. Network access to all hosts on 10.0 to Office 1 and PCA. Yes, only permit PC permit this network to get access to this network. The name of this access should be branch office policy. Okay, first you should use it in router 1. It should be near to destination, and destination is PCA. And configure terminal. Yes, I mean configure terminal, and right here IP access list. And we have two form here. Should be a standard. Yes, it should be a standard. And what is the name? Name should be, and we should permit 33. Yes, territory is here. PCC. PCC can get access. And also we have permit first host. You should permit host, for example, 33. And after that, you can set any subnets. It's very important. It's rule. First host and after that subnet. 40, 0. And what is wildcard mask? 255. Yes. And end. Look at the first ace in the access list. What is another way to write this? Another way is here. For example, you can write here configure terminal and write here IP access list. And right here, for example, oh, excuse me, it should be permit host. Ah, excuse me. Another form is here, permit 000 0. It's another form because what CarMax is 00000. Yes, and apply the access keys to appropriate interface in the proper direction. And we should write also here no, because I have made any mistake first. Again, this host, and after that, you should set subnet. And apply ACL. We should apply in interface G000. Which interface? This interface. And it should be set in IP group, and this is name, and it should be in out one, as you know. And right here, show access list. You can see which interface that you have, which host and subnets that you have configured and permit. Is there any difference between this ACL on router 1 and the ACL on router 3? There is nothing here because, only thing is here is the in other router 3 configuration we have used deny any, but we didn't need to write here deny any deny any because you have only permission here, and it means you don't need. On router 1 issue the show IP interface G00, show IP interface G000. You can see here you have set this access group, this access list for outgoing access, and for inbound, no. Test the ACL, and from the command prompt on PCC, ping the IP address PCA. PCC, ping the IP address of PCA. Oh, what happened here? I have deleted 10, 10.3, and because I have set it on the DHCP, but it was by mistake. Yes. And we want to go to PCC here and ping. Yes. Ping was successful. Test the access list to ensure that only PCC host is allowed to access to this network. For example, a network you must to do an extended ping and use the G00 address on R3 as your source. Ping PCA's IP address. You should use ping PCA IP address. This is not successful as we have expected. Yes. You can write here, for example, this IP address. Yes, it doesn't work. And test the ACLs to see if it allow traffic from 192 to 168.40 network access to 10.0 from PCD command from ping PCA. You should go to PCD, and we want to ensure about this access list that we have configured, and you can see only we can ping PCA from PCD, okay? Because R1 filter other traffic that wants to get to PCA, and it's applied on G000 here. in outbound. And modify standard list. Modify, it means if you have configured anything by mistake, or maybe you want to change your policy, you can modify a standard access list. And for example, you can read all of the information here. And first we should go to router 1 here and show access list. And we have two command here, and you can see all of the command here that any number here, 10 and 20, we can modify using a number here. For example, added 2 additional lines at the end of accesses from global config mode, modify the access list branch office policy. You can go to configure terminal and write here IP access list standard, this access group name, and for example, I want to permit other. You should write here. We have 10 here, we have 20 here. Other things should be 30, 40, 50, and something like that. And right here, you want to permit also this IP address. This is IP address of web server, and it should be wildcard mask. And right here, I want to deny any, deny any, and end. And verify it again. Show access list. You can see we have configured, and also you can, for example, you can write here again other thing. It's extra. You can, for example, write here no 30 or no 20, and also you can delete some of them that you want. You don't need it. Do you have to apply the branch office policy to the G01 interface or router 1? No, because this is for other network. This is for this is for 192.168.20.0. Test the ACL to see if it allows traffic from this network access to return to the 192.168.10.0 network from PCA ping the server. Okay, we want to go to this network, and for example, we want to ping this server. You cannot ping this server. No, it was not successful. Oh, excuse me. It should be this IP address. Excuse me. It should be successful. Yes, it's successful, and this IP address can get access. This is internet, and yes. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a nice day. And please subscribe me, support me, and leave me a comment. Hi.